Apple. Wait. We can get the infomercial right. Wait. At Apple, like the new Apple TV Plus with your subs. Okay, fuck it. I give up. Fuck it. I give up. I give up. The bit's over. Hi, welcome to today's stream. We're gonna be doing some interesting things today. One, you may hear the mic tuned very differently. Does it peak? Hello. Does it peak? I don't think it peaks. I'm pretty sure it's fine. Welcome to today's stream. We're gonna be doing some things. You remember this ad? What do you mean you remember this ad? How many times? Actually, to be fair, okay. What's your favorite ad? I know every single place has like an ad that we all remember, right? Because every single place has their own special ads. In Toronto, we used to have these. Let me show you some Toronto ads. Look what you've done. Chad, look at what you've done. You come in, and you make me distracted. You immediately distracted me. You're like children. You go on the iPad, and then you're like, Daddy, look at the iPad. Look at this cool thing. And I keep telling you kids, I'm like, guys, your father has ADHD. If I don't do this, we're going to be homeless. And then I see it, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of sick, though. You only remember ads that you hate. So true, King of Queens. So true. Anyways, here's a couple of ads before we can continue. Today, the mic is tuned a bit differently because I'll be... I can't project my voice so well, so... My voice is currently kind of down. So just be aware. It sounds different. This is Oliver Jewelry. So Oliver Jewelry. When did we become your children? No. No. I'm not saying that you're my children. I'm just saying. Imagine I run an orphanage and all of you have suddenly started to take over, right? Like it's like okay, like I didn't want to be the orphan herder, but somebody's got to do it, okay? And I can't leave you guys alone. The Sleep Country jingle lives in your head even though you haven't heard it in years. Exactly. I'm going to show two from Toronto that have been stuck in our head for years. Like the moment that you hear these, it'll bring back memories. Especially Oliver Jewelry. All of his earrings, I mean all of his videos were just like this the entire time. Every single day, I would see this ad. He's still open. To this day, he's still open. And I don't know how. Yes, and he made a whole music video. This was a terrible time in... This was a terrible time in advertising. Oh, yeah! Wait, he opened the newer thing. There's like 50 people in Pickering. It's not that populated. It's not that many people with jewelry there because there's not that many people in the first place. Why does he keep using the same music video years later? How old are these ads? The music video is at least 16 years. These newer ones are at least like I want to say like 7-8 years because that's when they happen. And then he started uploading things to YouTube more frequently within the last like couple of years. Can you look at an ad that you love? Yes, I don't mind. Here, this is the original commercial. This was from the 90s. These are impressive. And Sleep Country, Christmas. Sleep Country. Sleep Country, Canada. Why buy a mattress anywhere else? This one is a very good classic. Okay, just listen to it, and you're going to love this. Also, there's closed caption now on the video. So if you see closed captions, if you want to turn it off, you press the CC button at the bottom of your screen. It should be working. There's no profanity filter, so if you see a very, very bad word, I hope to God I can tune the filter afterwards. If you're Canadian, then if you know, then you know. Why buy a mattress anywhere else? It's just stuck in our head. It's like a psyop. It's like a nationwide psyop. I don't understand why do these ads stick in our head years later. You see, because like I bemoan the state of ads, right? I bemoan them. I look at ads as a funny thing of like, hey, why do we do them? Because they don't really seem useful. They just make me hate the thing. But then at the same time, I will gladly go, why buy a mattress anywhere else? And it's like, okay, well, I think they're working. I think they're working. I wake up, there's another psyop. We're gonna stick that cat there. Just have this on the loop. Just close your eyes and just let this like ring into your ears. Just close your eyes and just really listen to this, right? Just I haven't even had my coffee yet. Wait, I need to drink my coffee. Okay, I can't do it. But yeah, these ads are classic in the Canada. One more I think a Canadian ad, then I'll move on to the UK ad here that was linked to me. There's also the Head On commercial. Do you guys know what Head On is? I don't know. I still to this day don't know if Head On is like a global phenomenon or if it's not. But my god, this commercial was a classic. That was the entire ad. The entire ad was just the instructions of like how to apply Head On. And yes, the product was called Head On. The idea behind this product is so stupid. This thing was purported to cure headaches. I don't know if that's how it works. Yeah, it did nothing. Like I'm pretty sure this was just snake oil. Snake oil. Pretty sure. Yeah. That's a good noise. That's a very good noise. It's very reminiscent of the old days when advertising had no real idea what they were doing. They just decided to do it. I'm trying to pull from my memory what other commercials there were. Oh, there was this one. I think I showed this last time too, but this one was a very often seen video. These psyops are really good. These are really good psyops. House Hippo. House Hippo. I think these were their top ads. Just I'll get into why. For food, water, something for the nest. Chips. It looks so cute. You know the hippo one? Yo! This is our Canadian export. This is our Canadian culture export. It was such a good ad. You knew it couldn't be true. This was around the time. Yeah, this was around the time when the CCA had like a huge campaign around misinformation. What is this? And where they had a bunch of different things that they wanted to show people. There's also the safety ads. We had Canadian safety ads as well. Let me show you some more as well. But they really wanted to show you like what happens when you don't think about what you're watching, and this was primarily shown on like kids television channels. Should we show him the Go Compare ads? Yes, show me any ad. I'm collecting all of your like links. Show me any ad. We also had oh my god, these are kind of traumatic. Fair warning. There's nothing really graphic except for like a scene of their like skin like melting off. These are work safety advertisements. In Canada, we care a lot about work safety because our healthcare system, we need to make sure that we're getting good value out of it. So be warned. Be warned. This might be kind of crazy. Also, let me know if my microphone sounds too bad. Testing. There's a lot of background noise actually. Wait, let me lower my mic volume. Wait, I hear like a weird. There we go. Hello, 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 hello. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello, 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 hello. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, it's good. Okay. Uh, These ads, again, were designed to show you what happens when you're not careful on the job. There was a bunch of these, and no joke, middle of the day, they would just show them in between kids, like kids cartoons. This was traumatic for many kids. They actually, I I think there was a lawsuit at some point about them being kind of traumatic. Like Jesus Christ. And this was just shown on like just normal TV, and you just go watch your cartoons, and all of a sudden, what the heck is this? It would just show up out of nowhere. There was the head one that I saw here. The head one was also weird. Oh, again, Canada. Okay, the Canadians will. The Canadians do one thing really well: body horror. This one was also a weird commercial. Here we go. Use your head, and this was designed around trying to get kids not to eat trash. And it was pretty effective because it did sound kind of cool. The Long Live Kids campaign was a very like huge one. There was one about drugs, smoking, bundling up because of snow. There was like a bunch of these. Smart as you. Here we go. The Smart as you one. Not to eat crack. Yeah, exactly. Not to eat crack. You're not allowed to eat crack. Daddy says you can't eat crack. I need to add a profanity filter. I just saw it say Nazi crack. I'm gonna add the profanity filter to this thing. Okay, chat. Your captions are now gonna get a profanity filter. Talk to your best friends. Choices. Where's outside anyway? I think these ads were really good at one thing, which was they did a really good job of empowering the kids who like watch them and letting them know that hey, you actually have choice in what you do. Obviously, I think the messaging worked better than the actual results. I don't think the results worked very well, but I've heard the messaging was good. Maybe okay. The problem is that my voice is so low that I kind of want to go. Okay, well, sorry, Chad. You have to deal with some weird wind noises. Okay, just deal with it. My voice is kind of hammered today. And I think they did a good job for what they were trying to do, right? Obviously, it wasn't the most successful thing. You have some issues with how they handle certain things, and obviously, some of it is like very fantastical, and it ignores a lot of the reality of like why people do it, right? I mean, unhealthy food is also very cheap and easy to like get. It tastes good. You can't go wrong with Lay's ketchup chips, and ketchup chips are kind of like a Canadian tradition at this point. But still, I think they did a good job of trying to implement a message that wasn't very holier than thou, if that makes sense. They really focus on this idea of you have the choice, um, choose wisely. It'll be better in the long run, even if the other stuff is more entertaining or like something. Just try your best. Do kids want to eat crack when they're hungry? Canadian kids, yeah. Okay, let's see your ads. Let's see all your ads. Let's load this. Let's load this again. You know what's crazy is that I trust all of you with these like links. I open them live. One of you could have just posted like straight up like porn. I have seen this speeding ad. I've seen this speeding ad. Mike's Golf. I've never seen these though. Okay, I don't know which one opened first. What's the order? Was it like this? Let me see which one ordered first. Okay, let's go watch Mike first. Let's watch Mike. There's no way this is a real ad, chat. There's no way this is a real ad. Like you can't. It's just like somebody's. This is this is like a Rhett and Link ad. You know what I mean? Like Rhett and like Link from Good Mythical Morning. They used to do like ads for like people. This is what their ads used to feel like. There's no way. Hey, y'all! Come down to Max Golf! Golf! We're back golf clubs! Come on over here! We buy golf clubs! 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 Oh, I actually really enjoyed that like loop. I'm gonna cut that into like a loop. Everyone, start the chant, okay? Start the chant. We need chant. We buy golf clubs! 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 I actually love the chanting! I love the chanting so much. Oh man, how do they make money just buying golf clubs? See, that's the secret. They never tell you that they also sell the golf clubs. They entice you with the free money, then you walk in, you're like, I can buy a golf club. We buy golf clubs! 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 Okay, I'm gonna save this. Alright, this is gonna be cut later. This is a good ad to be cut later. That was a good chance. A solid chance. Oh yeah, they also buy music gear. Yeah, their store seems to buy everything. Because if you look at the signs, right? We buy golf clubs! They also buy music gear. We buy golf clubs! It really is a psyop. It really is a psyop to make you like want to chant. We buy golf clubs! They did Chuck Testa. Exactly, they did Chuck Testa. What's this one? Crusher. If this doesn't have like a cult chant, I'm not gonna want it. Was that meant to be edited down, but they forgot? Probably. I mean, to be fair, it's like, imagine it's your first time making an ad, right? And they only give you like 30 seconds, and you paid like a lot of money for it. But you know nothing about, because he's really good at buying golf clubs, okay? He knows the caliber of your golf club. But how is he gonna know the caliber of a video, right? This is probably his first time on like YouTube. His like kid said, "Don't worry, Dad. Just take out your phone and just record like you're making a YouTube video, right?" Because I'm assuming this is like a long time ago, right? So what do? Well, you just make a chant. We buy golf clubs. We buy golf clubs. Yeah, that's good. Why the cat's dying? This reminds me of a what's that guy's name? It's that guy who like made the meow meow song. Meow meow. That one's also good. It reminds me of the meow meow song. Meow 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 meow. Zombie cats. This one, it reminds me of a Syriac video. Meow 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 meow. This guy has some insane stuff. Meow meow. I love that so much. This one, I remember this one. Again, a lot of places for some reason I mean it worked well for safety stuff because safety ads that were shocking were very eye-catching to make you think about it. But I've heard that they weren't very effective because the people who they should have targeted, they didn't really care, right? Like the people who they should have targeted to like stop from doing this stuff, they actually didn't really care about what was going on, so they just kind of kept on doing what they did. But for the rest of us, it was terrifying. Some viewers may find this distressing. What? What's a 9 o'clock watershed? Next time you need to sell a golf club, you know where to go. Exactly, right? Like it actually works. The watershed begins at 9 p.m. and material unsuitable for children should not, in general, be shown before 9 p.m. Oh. Oh, 9 p.m. is when you can say the fuck and show the boobie. When you can say the fuck and show the boob. By the way, another invention from the UK is, I found this out recently, is the knife bin. So in London, there are knife bins. I found don't ask how I found this. I just know. I just learned. I'm learning more about UK culture. There are knife bins. You guys have bins specifically for knives. It's so good. Okay. Well, this is like this is like those. This is like a modern day. This is like an old day take on those like old TikTok, on the modern day React video style where somebody just sits there talking over it like I am right now, and then the car flips and then takes over every single kid because the car was like speeding, and every single kid gets like taken out, and they'll crash. 28 children. Goodbye, children. Again, I've heard that these ads were very, very like strange in that they were either not very effective or they targeted the wrong people. Just because, like, I mean, if you're speeding already and you think that you're the better driver, you probably don't care about this, right? They were only really good at scaring the rest of us and also scaring kids. Because I can imagine, I saw this as a child with unfettered access to the internet, so as well as the like Thai ads. I think the Thai ads are really, really good. Here, Thai life insurance ads. This is so stupid. Life insurance commercials. There's so many of these. I don't know why Thailand has some of the best commercials ever. This one, the Wall Street Journal. Okay, My Dad is a Liar is like really, really good. Of course, they have knife bins. You're in the UK and you didn't know that they were a thing. That's because you were in a nice part, right? That's in London. In London, it's a whole different place. God, let me see if I can get the giving. Giving. Here we go. True 5G. From True 5G. I don't know what to call that. Also, you link this. I'm going to open it live. But these Thai ads are like tier. We buy golf. We can't do this anymore. These are amazing. I think these ads are kind of the peak for what you want from an ad that really like jerks your heart. However, I find it funny that it's for life insurance. It's actually the funniest thing ever. This one's really sad. Wait, this is 6 minutes long? Oh, Jesus Christ. Can I summarize this? Oh, here we go. Okay, then it gets sad. Here we go. You do avoid London when you can. Every UK person that I've heard of, it's like they either say like, okay, it's really only one of the two, right? And I know a fair amount of people from the UK from just playing online, because I tend to share the same time zone because I don't sleep. But what they always tell me is like, oh yeah, like they either hate London and they hate how like just like different the vibe is from where they're from, or they love London and they think all their fears about it are like downplayed, and they're like, yeah, sure, we have knife bins, but it's not that bad. You know what I mean? It's like everyone has knife bins. Oh, the father lies. This one's really sad. This is a tearjerker. Maybe we should have gone for the funny ones after the tearjerker. She sees the lies. That's me. Like, if you're wondering like how tearjerker this is like in the Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith. I still hold that he's a very like pretty good actor for certain roles, and I think Pursuit of Happiness is like one of his better movies. But it's on that level in the terms of like how much you like cry. Okay, but he's just like me for real, for real. He's he's just like me for real, for real. My niece is like, it's so funny because like my niece is like, she'll like go around and she'll ask me for like stuff, and I'm like, yeah, sure, honey, I'll like get you that. And I get her like gifts every now and like then, like very rarely. But it's funny to know that like she like this is the same story. You know, Cornwall could have done with knife bins when you were growing up. I feel like, you know what's funny? I feel like everywhere could have done with a knife bin when we were all growing up. I feel like back then, like, the amount of, like, just, like, the amount of just, like, wanton violence was, like, way higher. Like, now it doesn't feel as high. Now it feels like it's much more outside of, like, where we are, and it's more limited to, like, small altercations versus, like, back then. Like, there's a section in Toronto called Jane and Finch. There were so many gangs over there. I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% certain that my brother was in one of those gangs or one of his friends was in those gangs. But I knew a fair number of the gang members, okay? Like it was crazy back then. You go today, you can walk around with everything out, all the jewelry, all the bags, all that stuff. You can get bubble tea. You can then get like a beautiful bunch of like a great hot dog from like a side stand. Then you can go do your groceries, go to school, and you're good. This one is a tearjerker. Eat your food, you little shit. And then he gets rejected for the job interview. He's just like me, for real, for real. Again, it's pursuit of happiness levels of like sadness. And this is just the intro. Oh. Yeah, okay, okay. Well, drop the sad montage. And then, no joke, that whole ad, right? That whole beautiful story about like, the sacrifice of a parent who like loves their child, the sacrifices that we make for each other. It's for fucking life insurance. Because hey, guess what? You can take care of your kid while you're alive, but if you happen to die in one of your dangerous jobs, well, at least you paid us for life insurance. Your child gets a cut, maybe. It's like, all right, cool, thanks, man. It's like, all right, cool, man, thanks. It's just so weird for life insurance, and yet they're so good. Here, Silence of Love. Well, maybe we do the okay. We'll save the coffee shop after. Oh my god! See, I mean, so I'm saying, right? Like it's so sad, but it's for life insurance. I don't know why they do it. I want a better dad. Sorry, this one only has subtitles, so the whole thing is like her dad is like mute, so I can't speak, and she's like being bullied for it and like stuff. He's the dumbest child. Yeah, yeah, beat that bitch up. Yeah, fuck her up, fuck her up. If anybody ever did it to me, I'd be like, shut the fuck up. That's my dad, you motherfucker. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. He'd be amazing as a charades partner, right? Think about it. You would love to have somebody that good. It's just so sad to see because she just wants like a quote unquote normal family. Now she's getting into bad influences. And the man's just trying to run his like food stall. Again, this is for life insurance. What was it? Oh yeah, I forgot. This one takes a very, very dark turn. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Again, these are all like sad, and it's like he can't communicate, right? And he's like trying to tell the like daughter he will give everything, but he just can't say anything. Study hard, my girl must live a good life. And then they translate everything that he was been trying to tell her. Because like most people who watch these commercials, right? You probably don't know sign language, but also like sign language is like different across different cultures too. So it's like his sign language is like very different from like American sign language or like something. But also, even then, it's like he may be doing like a variant of sign language. Sign language is like a very complicated thing. I've like learned there's variations, there's like accents to it, and so what you get is like a very very deeply closely knit community that communicates in their own tongues almost. So nobody has any clue what he's like saying. And then he's like, "I'm sorry for being born mute." And it's like, oh, so sad, right? And then it's like, okay. Then he gets a blood transfusion for her. It's for life insurance. I don't get it, man. I don't get what's life insurance. I'm not watching anymore. These are sad. What's this? Oh yeah, the meerkat. Wait. We go back to the funny ones. I know I just whiplashed you from going from like whatever we just saw, like the saddest shit we've ever seen before on this channel. Well, probably like the second saddest. But that's the power of marketing. That's the power of money. Go compare. How does this coffee cup do that? Oh, he's only a tenner. That's a good one. I actually really like this ad. That final line was very, very witty, right? It's only a tenner. Like you give him like a 10. How much are you paying him? You only give him $10. Well, so he's a tenner. The range of his voice. That's really good. For car insurance. Yeah, the same as regular languages. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Like sign language is a very complicated thing. Again, there's even like a whistle language that has that same thing too. That only has like 7 people who like still do it. But when you hear it, apparently it's a full language. It's cool. Have I seen the long man ads? Yes. I love the long man ads because I think one of my friends looks like the long man. So every time I see him, I like play it. I'm like, hey, look, it's the long man. And again, it's funny because it's like the thinly veiled, like you have a bigger cock kind of deal, right? Like the whole ad is a thinly veiled, like you like euphemism for somebody who has like a fat cock. Meerkats. This is so compressed as shit. It's so funny to see these old videos because like no one else has saved these, right? And then when they first uploaded these back then, bit rates were kind of bad. People didn't really have stable internet. It was a very different time. So so the bit rate is like awful. What are the odds that this website's still open? And again, these are all insurance ads. I don't compare the market.com. Find hot singles in your area. I'm kidding. It's still alive, chat. The meerkat's still here actually. Just make it simple. Get 2-for-1 cinema tickets every Tuesday or Wednesday. What does that mean? What? Wait. You get tickets every single Tuesday or Wednesday? That's kind of insane. No? Isn't that like a crazy deal? Because are movie tickets like $30 now? That's kind of good. I'm surprised that the website's still alive. But not, this meerkat is voiced by the same guy as Lolorito and Nidhogg from Final Fantasy XIV. What? Who is FF14? Who's this guy? A voice. I don't know if I can. Here we go. Battle voice lines. Here we go. Battle voice lines. There's no way. What the fuck? That's a huge change. That's crazy. Okay, never mind. Now I hear it. The second line, I'm like, yeah, I definitely hear it. Wow. Fienda! Lolorito. Oh shit, is this spoilers? Guys, hold up. Wait, guys. Lolorito gets unmasked and then dies. Voice. Wait, but what does this person sound like? Why is Yu Yu Hase's Japanese voice so deep? What is this? If my Okay, how we can do the voice cell test with this character. Holy shit! It's kind of deep. Okay, where we can do the voice cell test here. Voice cell. I can route the audio to my microphone, so you're gonna hear it come through to the mic, but should be fine. Um. Okay. I think that should be okay. Okay, now we're gonna see if he can beat the test. Okay, chat.
どうもこうもご覧の通りです総帥すべてはエオルゼアのために
He's not at all a Chad. Chad. He only has 140 hertz. What the? His deep voice. It doesn't matter if it's deep. See, I think this thing lies, right? Because you listen to the voice and you're like, wow, this guy has a deep voice. I mean, I did a deep voice and it still put me at 140. And then there's other chat members who go and get like 86, 89 casually live on stream. I don't get it. I don't get it. That's actually cool. Okay, let's see the rewards. I'm actually kind of curious about their rewards. And then we'll watch one. Okay, you all get one long man ad before we continue, because today I haven't even explained what we're doing today. We just kind of got distracted. What are the Meerkat Needles? Oh, Meerkat movies. Cafe Nero. What's Cafe Nero? Is it Nero the emperor who like died in Rome or something? Like ancient Rome? No. Okay, what's all this? Every night is pizza night. Classic. Ah, yes. Streamer gets distracted live on stream. Classic. Doesn't even. I had a bunch of topics prepared for today that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. But I didn't get. We just started like as soon as I came in because my mod said, "Wow, Apple TV," and then I had in my idea to spoof an Apple TV ad, and then we just started watching ads. Like, guys, I think the psyop is real, chat. I think the psyop is real. I haven't even explained what's gonna happen for the rest of the week. Oh man, I love psyops. I love psyops so much. So every night is a pizza night. Okay, so there's different pizza or dining out. Tell me more. Let's dine out. So wait, okay, what do you get for like the pizza? So if you use Meerkat, you get money off at Auntie Anne's Banana Tree. Beef Eater. There's no way you guys have a place called a Beef Eater. Beef Eater, Meat Beater. I'm a beef eater, a meat beater. I can't. It's Jen? As far as I know, we're all over the age of 19, so I'll say we're 1920s. This is a drink called a beef eater, meat beater. Okay, if I was on the marketing team, right? Sometimes I like to imagine myself in the shoes of the people who like make these products. If I was on the marketing team of Beef Eater Gin, I would have made a product called Meat Beater, right? Because then I would market it so like you should drink this while having steak. So the Beef Eater Meat Beater, eat it with your steak. Brew is fair. Pizza Hut, no. So you get that's actually a pretty good amount of rewards, I think. I don't know. And you get, guys, you get 50% off pizza from Domino's 7 days a week. Wait, what? I would actually kind of love this. I would love 50% off of Domino's every single week. I think I'm a fiend for Domino's. I know Domino's is primarily a logistics company, but I think if you want like decent pizza delivered fast, it's a really good choice compared to like Pizza Hut, which tends to not store well and also it's kind of hard. Every time I eat Pizza Hut, I'm like, oh man, I feel my lungs closing on me. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I like this. You also get 2 cinema tickets. Do you think they give tickets for like, Deadpool and Wolverine? What will I choose today? I want barista made hot and cold drinks. Eat my beef. Ice cream so good. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Eat my beef. Okay, chat, you get one long man ad. One. Okay, you get one long man ad. Then I'm gonna continue with my topics because there's a couple things that we need to set the ground floor for. They're not bad. It's just there's a couple things that we need to do. Jacksepticeye's funniest home videos. What is this, Jack? What is this? What is this, Jack? I love Jack, but at the same time, it's like, come on, Jack. It's my turn to be the react star. Again, this is a very thinly veiled euphemism for a tiny PP versus large PP. Look at the way it like flops. Look very closely at the way that his gummy flops. Yo. long, 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 long. Nagai sakure gumi. Okay, this I still hold that this giraffe looks fake. Every time I see a giraffe IRL, they look like a fake animal. Like they just don't look real. You're telling me this thing lives in the wild and is not a like a prey? Like there's no way. It's a gibbon. I've never seen a gibbon before. You like long things, don't you, Chi Chen? You like long things, don't you, Chi Chen? It's not like I like long things in particular, she says, and then. Man! Long. Again, it's just the something about the song. Long, long, man! He just has it. And again, the delivery person trope. The delivery person trope, right? Like, it's like, okay, like, it's like the whole cheating trope of like, all right, I'm gonna get a delivery. Well, here's your dick appointment. Man! I don't remember the song. Do you have time? Long, long, long. It's so good. It's just a series. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! He's showing her how to work a long one. Oh. I don't look real. I also don't. Yeah, that's true. I don't look real either. Girth over length, not to this lady. She loves the length. Oh no. Chat, her lies are about to unravel. Oh no. He sees a long one in bed. Oh no. Long. I love the way he grips it. It's just I love these ads so much. The way he like grips it and the way that they do it. And she faints. Chicha! See? Chat. Length doesn't matter. Do you know why? If you just stick a bunch of them all in one go, it's the same length. So all you really need to do is just find like 7 dudes. All you need are 4 big guys. And they bust on your eyes. So are they in school? I don't think so. No, this is a workplace. It's weird to explain. They in Japan, work uniforms are very common compared to like everywhere else, where it's like I mean, it's a bit like corporate America, right? Where it like imagine this is your corporate office, whereas like here, even in the corporate office, people can like wear different types of things. Over there, I've heard you have to wear like suits and you have to wear like a specific type of stuff, and you can only maybe go in color like a tiny bit. I love this part. So he's about to propose, and she's like, I don't want to be surprised with it. And so he's like, cancel, 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 cancel. So everyone leaves. They're like, oh, fuck, leave. Oh, no. She recognizes him by the shape of his long, long man. Long, long. Exactly, exactly. DV for the win. Also, it might be university. I don't think it's university because the dudes in the back were in suits, and in the uni side, I don't think they actually have uniforms in most of their unis. I think they were specifically trying to show like the corporate side because in particular there were quite a few like salarymen age looking dudes that were like 40, 50 that were in like suits. I think they were specifically trying to show like a workplace. It's everywhere. He's everywhere. Then on the wedding day, this is really the best cuck story ever because not only does the groom have a bunch of very small man friends, she's not happy at all. Not only does he have small man friends, long man shows up for one more try. He just you belong to me, Chi-chan. I have one for you and one for me. And the back of his shirt is so long. Chi-chan! But then, the twist. Please forget about me. I... That's right, chat. She was never a part of his life. He always had his eyes on him. For you see, he's tired of having a long man in his mouth. Sometimes he wants something a little more palatable. He wants to be able to fit it all in his mouth. Sometimes he wants something a little skinny, a little short. He wants to know what it feels like to be lip to pube. He's tired of barely being able to fit the entire thing in. He has to. You mind if I touch it? Go ahead. I love it. I love it. It's so stupid. I love the entire series. Hello, chat. Hello. She's a terrible woman for doing that. Or she was building up the love, right? Think about this. Okay? You know that you and your partner are not meant to be. So why don't you try and help your partner find true love with the one that they were meant to be with, right? I think I think secretly they're gonna make a new ad where they reveal that all along it was her long-term ploy to help this person find true love. Whereas like before, right, we think she's cheating, but then actually she's the wing person. And she's been trying really hard, and she happened to accidentally get into like a dating situation with this person, and accidentally like build like a romantic relationship, right? Dude, you didn't know that there was a storyline. Now you know, and now you know the full conclusion too. You ordered one of those drawing tablets since it costs the same as a touchscreen monitor. Nice. Oh, to use for your Spotify thing, right? Can you program those? I wonder if you can like program those. I've always wondered if you're allowed to program the screen. Or if you just build like any application and it just shows up. Or do you mean the ones that aren't integrated? Like the ones that aren't a built-in monitor? Like just the ones that are separate, right? The like tablets on the table that you like look at your monitors separately as you try to get across that like weird divide between your hand and what's going on your screen. Yeah, that was some good stuff. So we learned about watersheds. We learned about knife bins. We went down a good ad route. I showed you guys a very good storyline. My voice is quiet today. We're going to now go into what is going to happen the rest of the stream and also maybe some topics that I want to go over. One, tomorrow is a collab day starting at 5 p.m. UTC sharp. The Huion Canvas. I was looking at that recently, actually. I wanted that as well. Yeah, because the Huion ones are actually very, very well like priced. The I've there was a I mean, there's a bit of a controversy with right now with the Wacom where they use a lot of AI stuff to like display their goods, and the price has been getting very, very expensive compared to the quality. Whereas like these like other manufacturers are getting very close in like quality to Wacom stuff. But yeah, I was looking at this too because it does seem kind of cool. It does seem kind of sick to have it, and the fact that you can connect to like anything is kind of neat. Because honestly, you can even do it for your phone, and it's like sick. Remember when you want? You remember when you wanted to get your first Wacom? Cheap was 900 euros back then. Yeah, exactly. Nowadays they have like the bamboo stuff, like the very very basic ones where you don't really have the like screen on it, but it's really small. The sensitivity sucks, and um, it took a long time for them to finally get it. I mean, this one's still kind of pretty insane for the price, because even the bamboo one, it's like I think it's like what $100, but you don't get a built-in screen, and like for most things that's fine, but for this, like you spend like maybe $90 to $100 more depending on what your deal is on the bamboo, and I think you get a better deal overall, right? Because then you get the screen, you get immediate feedback. Because I could never get over that disconnect. It was very hard for me. I don't know how like OC players do it. You have the green one, nice. I don't know which one I have anymore because my niece broke it. My niece broke it because I gave it to her as like a gift, and she was like using it, and it broke. She also broke my Nintendo DS. But yeah, tomorrow's a collab day. We're gonna be doing some games. It's gonna be Rad and Steel tomorrow with 3 other chat members: Grumpy Megane, Noggy, and Hebasaurus. We'll be playing tomorrow. There's some more collab days coming up that I'm trying to plan slowly. I'm just trying to make sure that everyone's accounted for it, because I realize that games only really have like a game. Most games have an upper player limit, so it's gonna be very difficult to like do. But I'm trying to get as many people in as I can for certain things, so we'll see. I'm trying to plan one other one later, and we'll see how fun it goes. I'm also trying to get a sense of like, do we all are we okay with each other? And realistically, I probably should have planned like a day for us to like actually hang out off stream first. Oh shit. Oh fuck. This ain't good. Oh no. Okay, well, we're just gonna go in blind tomorrow. I think most of us work well because we've been in each other's chats, and we've all been in chat together. It's not like we're just going in blind with like new people. I think roughly we know what each other is like, so it should be okay. Worst case, we just end it and we say that everybody got into it like an accident, right? We just say that it's everyone else's fault. I think that's a good thing, right? Compared to trying to plan like a multiple day, I think so. Don't worry, I'm lovely. Press X to doubt. It's already happening. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. We're also gonna be doing a a fair number for the rest of this month with the sandbox, starting the day after tomorrow. So not today either, because I need to finish up the one tiny bit. It's a whole thing about the scheduling thing. So I built a scheduling thing into the stream management console, but the problem is that I can't show you because I realized it just ties directly into my website, and I realized that it'd be easier for me to just handle everything in like OAuth because I already have it. So I need to like re-architect it such that I can send, and like somebody can set like a custom URL to send like a scheduled data thing over to anywhere to like handle. So it's a whole different thing. But I'm just saying like it's mostly done. But I just need some time later today to set things up and make sure that's secure and set up some. Also, I need to set up some things on the server side anyways for the sandbox stuff, because I realize if that server ever goes down, we're gonna have a hell of a time. So I need to make sure that I have a way to monitor performance, which I currently don't have, as well as a way to ensure that I can basically turn off access to it in times of spikes when we probably don't want certain spikes, like any new connections. But it's going to be basically I need to set up like a proxy layer around it, and I'm probably going to do it through like Cloudflare because it's the easiest way to like do it. So that's why today's stream will be shorter. I say is we've already spent like an hour talking. But yeah, it's going to be fun the rest of the time. My friend and I, Sweet Defecation, we may stream again as well. Some Lethal Company. I think she wanted Saturday or Sunday, but it's just going to be the two of us. And then we're going to try to get more people later because I want to play with this other person as well, because they're also a common chat member that I see very often, so we might as well, who also streams. So we'll see how this goes. Basically, this is my getting out of my shell era, right? Like it's I had my dark academia era, I had my girly pop era. Now it's my girl boss era, right? I'm going out there meeting people. It's good. We'll see how it goes. What are you implying, bestie? Yeah, you have a whack-on one. If you draw a lot on screen, if you draw a lot, non-screen ones are good for posture since you don't need to look down. They're also pretty sturdy. But what if you get a stand? What if you get a stand, right? If you get a stand, then there's no need to worry about your posture. You also looked at the Zen Screen Inc. MB14A. Was it? I've never heard of the Zen Screen ones. But you're not sure why you would when you can get the Huion. Yeah, like I've heard Huion more than I've ever heard of Zen Screen, and this is by Asus, and I already know that this is gonna be awful. Like already, I look at this and I'm like, yeah, this is probably gonna be bad because it's like Asus. However, I do use Asus portable monitors, like the ones that connect by USB. They're surprisingly good. If it's the same technology, then maybe it'd be good. Oh, it costs more and it's worse. Okay, well, never mind then. I was gonna say like maybe it's good because it's built on the same technology, which is kind of nice. But if it's worse, then yeah, okay. But it makes sense that it's worse too because it's Asus. So if you get a stand, then your hand hurts instead of neck. Damn, I have an idea. Genius idea. You buy a tablet with a screen, then you output the screen back to your monitor, effectively making it useless to have a screen. Okay, but like, okay, don't artists already have like a solution here? Like, well, what about like those like drawing easels, right? What's the solution for like hand pain for like artists? Or does every artist just suffer from arthritis past like the age of like 20? What's like a good like? Because can't you just get like an art easel? Isn't that the same? I guess your arm would be tired. There's none. You just suffer. Oh, okay. How do art tool to prevent hand damage? You think so? Yeah. You think you just? Oh, is this why? Okay, because I was wondering. I was like, why does Rubber Ross like always wear like these like gloves? And I was like, because his setup seems pretty good, where he's like looking in the right place. He has like a stand for like things, right? And I watch his streams very very often where he like animates things. I'm like, why does he have like gloves on? Like, shouldn't it already feel good? Now it all makes sense. People it's impossible. This makes sense now. Your arm is tired anyway, huh? Other artists avoid carpal tunnel. You don't. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Wait, okay, but like, what about like, yeah, that's alright. Hey, why don't we develop something? Wait, okay. I have an idea. I have an idea for a good art tool. Okay, tell me if I'm crazy. Call me maybe. It's part of the experience. You know what? They do say, was it the great suffer for their art or something? What's the phrase? I never took art. Well, I took art as a for fun thing back in school, but not seriously. So, okay, we'll go to everything. So here, okay, just imagine this. I think we can build a new art tool. Okay, I'm cooking. August, we build a game. What's a month after August? How do I not know this? September, we build a tool that revolutionizes art. I quit streaming. I make $1 million. I then come back for my one final stream, kind of like a German retirement stream. I say that I'm done, and then I come back and I stream like random games from my stream library every couple of days. So what I'm gonna build is like this. Okay, first POV, you're an artist. POV, you're an artist. You can tell that I'm not an artist. Maybe you can tell that I'm not an artist. What is the proportion of body to like, leg? So imagine you're sitting in a chair, okay? Imagine you're sitting in a chair. All right. Just okay, look, you have to be impressed that I drew this chair at least decently well, yeah? You must be impressed on some level. Surely, right? Surely. Also, to those that I plan to collab with, I'm so sorry that I didn't set up like a time for us to meet beforehand. I just didn't think about it. I'm not good. I'm not very good. I'm not very good at this. Long man lives on. Long man lives on. long man. Okay, so long man lives on. He's on this like table, and then you get his table over here. You get his table over here. Okay. and you're drawing, right? Let's say, I mean, listen, right? As an artist, you got to be tired all the time, be poor, and have carpal tunnel. So you're poor, right? So there's no way that you have a good table. So you just have one of these things, right? It's not even a table. It's just like a bucket. You know what it is? It's just a bucket that you attached the rest, like you attach the bucket and then you put like a plank of wood on top because you're poor, right? It's like a paint can. Because all you have money for is to buy paint, right? Long man versus stick man. 10 out of 80, this is a masterpiece. Look, look. And this is your canvas, okay? This is your canvas. All right? This is my plan to alleviate carpal tunnel, okay? Non-drawing hand. Where do you put your non-drawing hand? What do you do with your non-drawing hand? You know when you're eating, right? And you're at the dinner table and you're like, you know, and you have like a spoon, but it's like you don't need to use your other hand for like a knife or something. So you just have this one hand. What do you do with your extra hand? I always wondered. I used to put my arm on the table until I got really like grossed out by how disgusting like lunch tables were. So I stopped doing it. Cause like here, I don't know why, but every like public table is always oily and like greasy. I'm like, ugh. But like so now I put it on my on my waist. But sometimes it gets too close to, like it just looks weird. You know what I mean? Like I look like here, Asian gangster eating. Trying to find a video of like an Asian gangster eating. I basically have the Asian gangster pose. Like I look like a triad member who's like going out to have lunch. That's basically it. Pants on the keyboard / buttons, flat on the table. Okay, there are many different perspectives here, and it all depends on how much money everyone has. Can masturbate with it. You can. There's nothing stopping you, except for societal norms and the fact that it's gonna get all over the like paper. Okay, and you don't want to you don't want to soak your like paper. You're not sure if it causes damage out, but the hand can get tired / uncomfortable if you hold it in the position. So wait until you see my solution. Cardboard box formed from the drawing tablet. You're right. You're actually right though. Wait, your table is the cardboard box from the drawing tablet. Really, drawing tablets are an all-in-one solution, right? You buy the tablet, you can then use the box, then it comes in as a table because you spent all your money on the drawing tablet. So good. So just don't come. Okay, well listen, you're already drawing art, right? Art, to me, art is like edging defined. Art is like you edge all the way, and then sometimes you don't even get to finish. Sometimes you just stop working on it and you never finish, right? But if you do finish, it may even be months later. You're edging for months before you finally finish. You don't want to double edge, okay? That's just dangerous. So I'm gonna put my hand over here. You know what? I'm gonna hold the back of the table. I'm going to hold the back of the chair for stability. I think this is a good pose. So hold the back of the chair for stability. Kind of like how you're driving. You guys ever drive and like do this? I don't know if you guys do this. When I drive and I need to do like a tight turn, I hold the back of my chair with my left arm and I use my right arm to like swing it if I need to do like a huge turn or if I'm just being reckless in like an empty parking lot for like fun, right? Because you got to swing it fast. So, you know, I like to hold on to the chair to get like a good angle of where I'm like, again, swing it and then go. Yeah, you never finish. He's always edging. Okay, so you're an artist and you're drawing, okay? You've gripped the pencil. Okay, this is a pencil. Now, watch. Look at my invention. Look at my... Okay, do you see? You can't even see what I'm about to do, okay? I need to draw the room. The room is actually very important to the entire experience. This is your ceiling. You know what? That's too high of a ceiling. That's too high of a ceiling for our economic status. In fact, your head should be tilted down. Your head should be more tilted down like this because there's no way that you can possibly afford this massive ceiling. Okay, well now you're just dead. Right? So the ceiling is too low. It's not even that you're tall, it's just that, you know, you were too poor to afford one because you're an artist, right? This all makes sense now. So low ceiling, but this makes my invention even better. And this is the entire room. And your bedroom is like a pile of like, I don't know. It's like a sleeping cot on the floor like this. It's just like a blanket on the floor. No joke. I've seen documentaries about like manga artists. This is what they live like. Like I look at a manga artist and like how they live and how much money they get paid, and this is exactly what their life is like. And I'm like, my brother in Christ, like you just drew Picasso, like multiple times, fighting another Picasso, and you're getting paid like pennies. I don't get it. Can you draw me in the background? Yeah, sure. In the window, like the creep you are. You know what's funny? Realistically, right? If there was no internet, this would be all of you. If there was no internet, chat, the only way you could watch someone stream is you'd have to chat. What if I do a live streaming session? Think about this. Live streaming, okay? But like not like live streaming. I mean like live streaming. I go out there and I have like those like glass buildings where you can look in. Sweden. Sorry, this is not meant to be the Swedish flag. Sorry, they just happen to have the same design as a window, and I think it's because I don't know. I'm sure there's a joke somewhere in there that like a Swedish person could like make. Outside, what's that? Good question. But imagine live streaming, right? What if I get one of those like glass rooms? So the glass rooms with all the sides being glass, and then you can look inside the glass and you see me streaming. I'm gonna do that. If I ever get large enough that I can be at Twitch, I'm gonna get myself one of those like one-way rooms, but I can't see outside. The key is that it's a one-way mirror where you can see inside, but I can't see outside. And then you would watch me stream. Chat, that's actually kind of amazing. How has German never done this? Wait. How has German never done this? Live streaming at TwitchCon. Pitch this to Germa985. I don't know why I typed this whole full name. To Germa985 as a bit that would make bajillions. Okay? Ludwig, really? Ludwig, stream in glass box. No, but he was just trapped in a glass box. He didn't stream in it. Actually, what's the difference? Realistically, what's the difference? Oh, he actually did this at TwitchCon. Fuck, he's already ahead of the curve. Fuck, son of a bitch, he's already ahead of the curve. Oh man, that sucks. Damn. I'm watching it now. It's actually kind of cool. Yeah, he's like in a glass box, and people are like watching him. There are no original ideas. That's false. There's original ideas as long as you don't know what's already out there, right? When I was ignorant, I was happy. Now with knowledge, I feel bad. When I was ignorant, I was happier. I was a happier person when I had no knowledge of the world outside. Damn it, he took my idea. Dude, my idea would have been amazing, okay? I still think it could be better, right? Where it's like a one-way glass box. Can't see out, can see in. Cause then it's almost like a stranger show. Because then it's like, okay, you're just looking at this person. And they, in a way, I want to see if Jerma slips up and sniffs his balls, right? Like at some point, he's going to slip up and then sniff his like balls. You know what's going to happen. Stick no rants. Please no rants. When are we going to finish Jack and Daxter? I don't know. We'll have to plan that actually. At some point. So is that my take on the Canadian flag? That's my take on the Canadian like maple leaf. I'm an artiste. Where's my thing? Shit, I've lost my place, chat. I've lost my place. Where is my drawing tablet zone? Chat, we have a problem. Where is it? What is this? Why is there piss? Weed leaf. No, chat, these are not weed leaves. I don't think you can smoke a maple leaf. I think if you smoke a maple leaf, you might die. But also, fuck Lud. Okay, I'm not saying fuck Ludwig. I'm just saying, if he never got into streaming before me, I would have been, chat, realize this. If Jermer and Ludwig didn't exist, I would have been them. All of my ideas are what they did. I just feel discouraged because they've done it now. It's so hard to be a genius. People keep stealing my ideas before I even know about them. Do I want to be them? No. I've surpassed them. I've become better than them. Anyway, so live streaming is really this is the idea of live streaming. Right now, live streaming is a bit like this. You're outside the window and you're just watching. And your hands are kind of like, off screen. And you're like looking like this. This is you, chat. This is you in the window. Yeah, that's it. You should sign up for influencer boxing. I'm gonna die. You're an otter, by the way. Okay, well, do otters have otters have different colored cheeks, right? So here. There we go. Now you're an otter. Now you're an otter. Okay, here we go. Okay, so you do this, and then you do. Okay, so back to my intervention. You realize another problem with having a scavenger on Obsidian is that you can't draw co-op. You need to export into the site and then back into Obsidian. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I think that's fine because the one thing that I don't mind about losing is the co-op, because either way, I don't want you all to have my shared canvas because I don't know what you're gonna do with my everything canvas. Like either way, this is my personal canvas. I would just make a separate shared one, and then I would just take those contents and import it anyway. So I think the flow is still mostly the same if I want to preserve this shared canvas. If there was a shared one that we always had stable, then maybe. But the way that I want to do it is like I make a new one. You can mess that one up, and then I import the slices that are stream safe into like this canvas. Stream safe, I say. Now that's just now that's just the guy with a beard. I mean, what's the difference really, right? It's the same thing. Anyways, my invention is you hang a wrist wrap from the ceiling to alleviate pressure, and the wrist wrap goes around your wrist at the perfect height that you need to draw, such that you feel no resistance when you press down when you need to draw, but it can sort of move around your canvas area, and such that it'll carry your hand right on top, such that it feels like you're just resting it at all times. It keeps your wrist off the thing while providing the perfect amount of pressure. Or, same thing, but a full glove. So maybe it should be like a full glove around your hand that's then attached to it. That way, it can provide maximal comfort for your hands as well as your upper arm. I'm kind of cooking with this one, chat. I think I cooked here. Stop. Let me cook. I think I'm a genius. I think this would be a great invention. This may alleviate all problems of arthritis because, sure, it's the motion, but it's also the pressure. You think the solution is getting someone else to draw my art. There's nothing wrong with my art. Look, there's a face, and now I smile. It doesn't matter if the hand is floating. You can put a hand on a stand too. The problem is the posture. You're right about the posture, but I'm just thinking more about the hand damage. I'm just thinking about the hand damage, right? Because the neck, you can't do anything about that. I think the neck is fundamentally an unsolvable problem. Because it's either, right? Because either you sacrifice the hand or you sacrifice your eyes. So it's like, what do you do? Because I see the problem that you're talking about, right? Immediately. Because it's like you either have it up here or you have it down there. But then it's like your hand has to go contorted like this, right? Towards that side. Which is like a whole different weird angle. Which then puts like pressure on your shoulder, right? Or you do it at the bottom. Where, from like a top bird's eye view, you're like this, right? On the like table, top bird's eye view, and you're like this, right? Where it's like, okay, like this, and then downwards kind of here. But then your neck, from like a side view, is like this. Is exactly like this, where this is then like a whole different thing. Like this I don't know how to solve this one. If it's down, then hand is okay. Sure, thanks. I have an idea. Chat, I have an idea. I have an idea. Okay, same table. You're too far from the table. It's not to scale. We'll say the painting is not to scale. Same table. Okay. New position. New position. I think there's a new position that could work here, okay? Same pulley system. I think you still need the same pulley system, but I have a new solution for you all, okay? Artists, take note. Artists, take note. You might not like it, but this is peak artist form, okay? Hook on the ceiling still, right? Hook on the ceiling, right? You still got a ceiling over here, but multiple hooks on the ceiling. I have the perfect image. Like that. Basically, you want to be like this guy, right? On the ceiling, 90 degrees to your table, 90 degrees to your drawing implement. But you also need duct tape around your neck to keep your neck up. So I think you need to put like your, I mean, okay, let's just say the ceiling is like lower. Okay, let's just say like here. And then you get like a, all your legs and like stuff are like here, and then you have your arms drawing, right? Now this is perfect posture. You're not resting it on anything. And then the rope is like around your forehead, as well as around your like body to keep you up, right? I think this is a genius maneuver because then all you need to worry about is hypoxia, lack of oxygen because the blood is no longer flowing in your body because you're literally you're parallel to your table. And if you want to rest your arm, you can now leave your arm inside of the like rope. You hope the rope slips. I think this is genius, chat. I think this is a genius thing to do. I think this is genius. And then you like grip the pencil like this. I think this guy was onto something. I think this guy was like onto something a long time ago. I think he knows what he was doing, chat. I think we have a winner. I think we have a winner. Again, there's a different angle to this photo too. Look, in action. This is an action shot. Action shot. POV, you're an artist. You may not like it, but this is peak artist form. If it's down, then hand is okay-ish, but your neck is fucked. Yeah, like either way, I think your neck is fucked unless you go for the whole duct tape from the ceiling move, which I think it's doable. I think it's doable. You rest the hand on the tablet when you draw. You just need a glove for touch ones. Well, it's what the rope is for. The rope is to prevent you from getting hand damage, right? It's like a tank. The rope and the glove is like a tank for your hands. This is such a stupid image. What's crazy, right, is that they stuck a pillow here to make it more comfortable, but they didn't think to like help and like hold his like neck up. And to take you down, right? To like bring you down, it's gonna be really hard. And you're playing Counter-Strike, and the rounds are fairly short, so you keep respawning to like go back in and out. I miss these land up parties actually. I really miss these land up parties. I miss going to some of these places. I used to bring my computer to my friend's place because my computer was small enough back then to fit in my backpack. So I'd load up my entire PC in my backpack. I would then hook it up at their place to play LAN by going on the bus for like an hour. You think the rope is even worse for the posture, disregarding even the blood flow issues. Okay. If not a rope, then the rope attached to the blanket. So imagine the rope is attached to like a blanket platform, almost like a hammock. It's attached to a hammock that then fills the curve of your body. It's basically just a ceiling hammock that has a hole for your arms. So POV, this is from the bottom, all right? I'm going to draw a bottom side view. So this is now the bottom of the hammock, okay? 2 holes for your arms to fit through, okay? You have a hole for your face so you can breathe, right? And then your like face is like this. So it's like, so your head is like through the hole like this. So you're like this. And then your body is like being occluded and like stuff, right? Hole for, okay, this is for the men here. All right, this is for the men. Well, even for the women, right? Where are your arms in relation to your boobs? Here, right? This is like roughly the right angle. Cuz I've heard it's roughly the same as lying on your front as a dude, where the boobs get in the way and it hurts, right? So you have holes for the boobs, right? And then you have holes for the balls, so they don't get crushed. So your dick can hang low. And then the rest of your body is like over here. And then, this is your like hip here. And then your legs can just sort of like rest. I think this is genius. I mean, really, what's the difference, chat? What's the difference here? Okay, this is my Vitruvian man. This is my Vitruvian man. Listen, the Vitruvian Man is a long. It's a very old drawing by Leonardo da Vinci. I'm just a modern day Da Vinci. If you think about what I'm doing here, I'm just a modern day Da Vinci. I think I'm a genius here. You still need to hold your hand in the same position though. There's literally no difference between vertical and the horizontal. There's one. There's one. It's the way that you grip it. So whereas before you'd kind of have to grip it. So imagine your arm is like this. You would kind of have to grip your hand like this, and you would kind of have to like do like this, and then and then your thumb would be like. I guess your thumb would kind of be like this, and then your like fingers would have to be like this, right? You kind of have to grip the pencil kind of like this, and then the like pencil is it's like in the side of your like thing, right? And then the pencil would have to go down like here. I think now when you're like fully vertical, you would instead go like this, and then you could then do like this, and then it's like okay. And then it's like this, and then you have like your like your like meat over here, your like hand meat, and your thumb to be extended out like this instead, and then your finger could also be extended out like this to hold, the pencil in like place. I think this could be doable, because then it's like you go like this. I think it's doable. Right? Because then it's like. Because then this inflection point over here, it's primarily this inflection point. You no longer have to deal with the wrist pain from it being like extended. There's no more tension on this side, and then there's like less over here. You know what? That could actually maybe see that's what I'm saying, right? The only problem is that it would feel weird. A system of mirrors. You're just describing a monitor, chat. You're just describing a monitor. Look, I'm saying that this keeps the flow of your muscles the same. You're saying to implement a monitor. You're basically saying, like what you're saying is you buy the drawing tablet, you then connect it to your monitor, which removes the point of the drawing tablet with the built-in screen, and you might as well buy a drawing tablet without a built-in screen. Like at that point, you might as well go for like the equivalent of like a Wacom bamboo. Oh man, but that was also my original idea. So I'm gonna say geniuses all think alike. You don't hold your stylus lightly though. I know. But like if you did, you could reap the benefits of a much better flow for your muscles. See, chat, I can draw. I'm actually pretty good at drawing. Okay, I just don't bother doing it because it takes too much time. Whereas like doing this, I can do this. I know where your hands go. I can draw this. I'm just lazy. Final conclusion, use paper and pen. So true, King of Queens. So true. I'm just saying, I think I'm onto something here. I think my ideas are good. I'm going to pitch it. I'm going to ask Ludwig to go back in time and maybe don't do his stream. Kind of sad that he did his stream. Good at drawing. Okay, well, my hand anatomy was pretty on point. My hand anatomy was pretty on the point there. For a very quick 5-second drawing. I'm just lazy. Yeah. Lazy. Did you guys watch the Olympics? Okay, this is the topic that I want to talk about. There's also a song that I'm going to be playing before we go into this. But I want to talk about the Olympics quickly because now that it's been a couple of days, I can finally go like over it. I can't show you it. But if you haven't seen it, at least the opening ceremony, go watch Gojira's performance. Their performance was amazing. And it really played into France's history with, beheading royalty and like taking over the taking back the country for the hoi polloi and like stuff. But also, Celine Dion, her performance of Im à l'amour is so good. I think it's my favorite rendition of that song. Right? I've heard various renditions of that song. There's even a rendition of the song by Utada Hikaru, right? Or Hikaru Utada. I don't remember which way her name goes, but she's a very famous Japanese artist who, by the way, was an American artist. She started in America. She didn't get popular. Then she went back home to Japan. Well, back home I say, but she was born here. And then she became like a superstar. But even she has a different version. Like every artist has a different version since Edith Piaf's first rendition of it. But I think Celine Dion's was so beautiful and so, I guess, like crisp and clear, but also so powerful in the way that she sang things that I think it's my favorite one yet. If you haven't seen them, I can't show them to you because the Olympic Committee will absolutely copyright strike this channel to like death. I've seen it happen, so let's not tempt fate. I'm just saying you should look up the performance of Celine Dion's rendition of "Im à l'amour." I think it's spelled like this: Im à l'amour, and it's missing accents in this stuff, but it's like the classic French romance song. It's a huge classic. Even in French Canada, actually, it's still very, very popular as well. I mean, French Canada is basically French as well, with a very different swear system, which I think Tim Riker or something, some comedian something Riker made a very good comedy skit about it. Get out of here, fuck! I remember that like line. But you should look up those two performances, Gojira and Celine Dion. I will say though, France stole Celine Dion from Canada. She was born in Quebec. She should have stayed here with her countrymen. Except we have no way for her to make money from music, so it's understandable. It's also very interesting too because the way that like her stories is fascinating too because she suffers from stiff body syndrome, or sorry, stiff person syndrome, which is it's an immune disorder where your body literally gets stiff and you can't do anything and you're in like pain. But she was still able to be well enough to like sing that song, and then she was really telling people like, "I'm gonna be able to like sing again." And it was nice to see it again. Her story is also fascinating too because she got her manager at the age of like 14 or something. Then she married her manager, who's like 30 years older. I still find it kind of weird at the same time. It's like it's their life, so I'm not like they seem happy and they're still married, so I'm not gonna get into it. But I'm like, okay, like there's a couple of interesting things about Celine Dion that goes beyond her like voice. Just the whole story is like fascinating, but she's an idol. She's a very, very good singer, very, very good singer. Probably our best one that we've ever exported, I think. And now what's left in Canada is nothing. I'm just kidding. There's a lot of really good singers. But before this next section, wait, what? You can look, you can put your screen tablet like you do on your screenless tables. But then with two mirrors, you mirror it so that you can look at it straight. Oh, wait, you're actually a genius. Wait, chat. You're actually a genius. Wait. I understand now. I get what you're saying. Yeah. I get what you're saying. We should try that. I wonder if that'd be doable. It would be kind of confusing, but I think it's like doable. I get what they're saying. Because with a monitor, you don't see your hand. But specifically with the mirrors, you would. Where am I? Why am I looking at a drawing on my desk? Where's the drawing? I get it. I get what you're saying. Okay, system of mirrors. Okay, new system. Same setup, mirrors. Okay, these are mirrors because then POV. This is your POV. Okay, your hand is over here. Your hand is over here. Mirror over here. Drawing tablet down here with all the buttons and stuff. And then you have your drawing tablet, and you get a little drawing tablet. But the mirror would reflect onto this, so you would see the drawing tablet over here. And your arm at the same time. So you would see your arm at like an actual angle, and then you could draw. I wonder how effective this would be, and how weird it would be to look into a mirror. I guess it wouldn't be too bad, because we use mirrors today and they work to like groom yourself, right? But is it easier because you're looking at yourself? Like, would this be just as at the same level of ease as it would be looking at yourself in the mirror to like dress yourself? And you also wouldn't be able to do this with a webcam, so you couldn't do this with normal technology because the speed of light, we haven't reached that yet. The speed of light, the transmission of the speed of light with like mirrors is way faster than than any webcam out there. So you can't use a webcam for this. You would need the mirrors. I think you're onto something. Well, I'm gonna find some mirrors. I'm gonna find some old mirrors. I'm gonna cut them to make like a whole setup. And we're going to do it live on the stream, okay? Because I kind of need this for model building. Because for building the model, I hate looking down, and it's kind of hard to look in the way of the camera, too. I'm going to build a complex set of mirrors and eventually rebuild my own telescope. It's It's very doable. But I think this is doable. You just need like a very specific set of mirrors. The problem is, how do you reflect it well without any like? Because the problem, right, is that you would have to reflect on a 90-degree angle to get the same image on this angle as on this. If you do a naive reflection, though, to go from this to this, you get perspective warping. So really, your image of the tablet would be more like, I think it would be like this. No, it would be slanted over like this. So you would have like this like weird problem where the top of the tablet is like way larger than the bottom. You would need some way to convert this into a pure 90-degree angle reflection, which would have to be at this angle. Like you'd have to come at it from front, but you can't because you're in the way. So you have to block yourself in a way. You could theoretically adjust it by doing something like this, where you reflect it. Because okay, this just has to point back at you like that, right? You could reflect it off the top, so you could go at like towards like this. There's a mirror on top of you. There's a mirror on top of you. You then bounce it back to the bottom here. You then do a bunch of bounces to go back to a normal angle over here. So you would then bounce it over here to go like this. And then this thing would be slightly angled to then undo the perspective shift. I think then, because then you would just have like a slightly angled monitor that you're looking at, basically. But then the mirror, it just works. I think it would work. Yeah, you're not sure. You think you need several mirrors. Yeah, you would need at least several. At least several. Or maybe it's impossible. I don't think it's impossible. I just think it's very complicated. You were thinking of like periscopes, but you're not exactly sure how all the reflections work. Well, so periscopes, I guess the periscope would be roughly the same. It'd be roughly the same concept. The problem is that it's at least with the periscope, you don't notice when the perspective is like off. The whole point of the periscope is that when you look into the periscope, you see these like really cool fractal shapes, right? So it's like really cool over and like over and like over, but it doesn't matter about the perspective that they're at, right? The perspective that they're at and like the fact that the perspective shifts is a feature of the periscope. It's a feature that these things look kind of different at like every single angle, right? Fractal, so like this, fractal. So it's a feature that it looks like this. Whereas for like a drawing, for like a tool that you want to use, you want the drawing to have no perspective shifting. You don't want the drawing to look like this of your tablet, right? Like you don't want your tablet to look like this. I think you'd be doomed. The periscope is a thing that you look from a submarine, right? That's a good question. I thought the periscope was that thing with the really cool like shapes. Periscope shapes tour. Oh, I guess it's the same name. Yeah. What I was thinking of were the tories. So there's tories that you look into, and inside is like a really cool like shape. Oh wait, no, that's a different thing. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, yeah. So you're right. A periscope being like a periscope. Yeah. I mean, yeah, true. It could be like a periscope. Yeah. Sorry, wrong thing. This is whatever the like miratory is. The miratory. Yeah, periscope. No. Then you're right. Then a periscope would absolutely work. Kaleidoscope. The kaleidoscope. That's it. Yep. Exactly. It's the kaleidoscope. Yeah. Exactly. Kaleidoscope. So this is a kaleidoscope. Wrong one. Where's the periscope? Yeah, is the one on the submarines. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it would have to be like a periscope, yeah. Because I don't think it would work otherwise. Like you'd have to go down like this. I think they work like this though. Like there's at least 3 angles because of the way that it has to transform the image. And last time I looked into like a periscope or like a telescope like this to look around, it feels weird. Yeah, exactly. 2 45-degree mirrors. Yeah, so the bouncing would go like this. Because then these 2 45s would effectively cancel each other out, presumably. And because they're not tilted in like a weird way, it would be here. I guess it could work, actually. I think you're right. It could work. But the problem with the kaleidoscope is that like all of this can be contained within the housing, right? But what you want is that the mirror is not just reflecting the outside world. The mirror is reflecting like a tablet. And the tablet is facing flat down. So it's almost like you'd want this shape. I guess this is the problem. You'd want this shape, but pointing downwards. And then you'd want it to be... and you would want it to effectively output a flat shape over here. So you need another angle to then bring it back to like a normal shape. It'd be like an extended periscope. Oh, no, I'm stupid. You just drop this side. So you do it like this, and you just drop this one side. Then I think you're good. But then the problem is, how do you use it? How do you look at the thing without this being in the way? No, I think we're still back at square one, because then there's still something in the way. Because whether you do it like a mirror, like this, or like this, there's something in the way of your screen. Either way, you would need more mirrors to transform the shape into a way that looks fine. Okay, you know what? Rube Goldberg. Okay, this is your POV, okay? POV, you're an artist. Okay, POV, you're an artist with a really small head. And a really large arm, right? POV. Okay, really small head. You would need so your tablet would be like here, on the table. You could do a periscope that's above your head that captures the entire thing, right? Then you need to bring it to the left side because you don't want it to be in the way of your angle. Then you go up over here. Then you go... I think how this will work. No, yeah, then you go down. Because you just don't want the pipes in the way of your viewing experience. You don't want the pipes to block the monitor that's in front of you. It's kind of the problem, right? It needs to be above at some angle to look down onto the tablet. Then you would do like that. Then you'd go like this. And then, you know what? You do it like a light box. You would just output into a light box. So you would output into a light box, which then hooks up to this thing. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Is then you do effectively what like those old school light boxes do, where they do it and then they flip the image. Because by the time it gets here, the image was like upside down. So you have to flip it back by mirroring it inside the internals, and you would just display it on this like fake screen. I think it's possible. Yeah, pipes are not necessary. Well, I think the pipes would need to be necessary for performance sake, because like light leakage would probably ruin the entire thing. Like either way, you'd probably need like some way, because if you're drawing, I imagine you want the highest fidelity and you don't want any light leakage, or like just like anything messing up the view of it. Like you want like a very clear image. So maybe we keep the pipes. It also makes it easy to not accidentally like break the entire thing. Like in terms of raw stability, sure you can stabilize the mirrors, but I think this as a whole construction might be a lot better in terms of long-term quality and like stability and like maintenance. Then you just light box it out. Then it wouldn't be in the way. It would be contained behind the screen. I think this is doable. Okay, this is my last stream. I'm gonna go ahead, build this, market it to artist, and you're gonna love this. You know, we actually get the image upside down in our eyes, and then our brain flips it. Yes, we do. Yeah, there was a whole thing about there's even an experiment about how good our brains are at like unflipping ourselves. Like we're really good at handling any change. There's this dude who like went on this upside down mirror thing for like a week, and at first it was weird for him, but then he like got used to it within like 2 or 3 days, and then he was working normally again. Our brains are really good at just handling any weird visual artifacts. But yeah, that's a whole separate issue. That's the way that we perceive it is different from the way that this thing is going to work. Because even though it's right in reality, it looks wrong to us. Even though our perspective of the world is like wrong, I don't think I can train my brain to look at this correctly. Right? I don't know about you. If you've ever done that's a thing where you on your phone actually. On your phone, disable the automatic correction feature. There's a feature that they do where they automatically correct the image for perspective. Because your phone is unlike a mirror. It actually captures, when you use the selfie camera, it captures you backwards. In software, they actually flip the image so that it acts like a mirror because the mirror way is the thing that we're used to. Like we're so used to the way that mirrors work, because like it's the way that we actually interact with like ourselves and the way that we think of of reflections, which is a very natural thing to like find. The way that like selfie cameras normally work is if you turn off the automatic correction, you get this weird perspective where everything is flipped in reverse, and so your left arm is like on your right. If you try that, it's really hard to do anything for a while. Even if you get used to it, I don't think I could do precision tasks with it. I would be so, I guess, like bothered by the ability to like do precision tasks with it. So it'd be hard for me to like do things. So I think you would still need to like flip the image back. Otherwise, you're kind of doomed in many ways, which makes sense. So yeah, no matter how bad our brains are at images, I think no matter what, you'd have to actually go through and figure out how to actually do things properly. Otherwise, I don't think the brain can handle that much change for very precision details. For at least not without great effort, and then you have to switch back to normalcy afterwards. I think this is durable. This is a durable system. I like this. Maybe Neuralink will be okay, but at that point, you're just saying like have $1 million, Chad. At this point, we're solving problems with $1 million. At this point, we're no longer solving problems. We're finding problems to solve, right? We've now gone down that rabbit hole. Like, if we're going down that route, we might as well just say, fuck it. I'm going to make myself into a cyborg that can just automatically draw things. Like this, we've gone too far. I think there's a limit that you have to go to. Technology can save some things, but not everything. And I'm pretty sure Leonardo, I actually remember, I'm 99% certain Leonardo da Vinci invented something like this. I'm pretty sure I saw a drawing of it at some point. I'm pretty sure. So I'm pretty sure it's already out there. Anyways, I have a song for you all. Before we go into the next game, well, the next segment, there's not really a game. It's not really a game because it's very important for us to do this test together. And I want you all to take this test as well. But before we go into it, I have a song for you all to set the mood, okay? It's going to be a bit of a weird mood. It's a mood that feels very... it's a mood that you wouldn't want to share with people unless you're very, very close to them for obvious reasons. It's kind of hard to explain this. Basically, it's a mood that you want to share in a moment of intimacy with your loved one and not with strangers like me on the internet. But that's the reason why I want to have this mood is because it's perfect for what we're going to be doing. And I really, really enjoy this sort of duo that's come out of, these two wonderful artists, Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. I think these two artists are fantastic. They're both vocal powerhouses, but also their music style and the way that they handle their music compositions, they have their own way of grooving, if that makes sense. It's very different from anything else out there, IMO. And it really goes to show how talented even Anderson .Paak is to go from his collaboration with Knowledge, right? Which is like the No Worries sort of super duo, to something like Silk Sonic, where it's him and Bruno Mars to make the songs that they make that harken back to like a very different time. So please enjoy Skate by Silk Sonic. This is where the recording gets paused too. God, I love their collaboration. Something about Silk Sonic and the way that they do things. Their collaboration has ended up being better than I could have ever expected. And it's crazy too because they both have a similar vibe. If you listen to Bruno Mars's music and then you listen to Anderson .Paak's music, they have very, very similar trappings in terms of like what their style is. But even then, you don't think it would mix so well together, right? Because it still, there's details about them that differ enough to where I would say like they both stand on their own. And yet when they come together, they make something even more better, like more magical than what they had before. And I think it's so good. It's also fascinating to sort of see like how, big Anderson .Paak has gotten to the point where something like Bruno Mars would even want to, I suppose. To me, Bruno Mars has, in my mind, has always been kind of a superstar, right? Not that he's unapproachable, that I always just imagine that superstars are very hard to like collaborate with on these things because how do you get a superstar to go with you when you're... I think, at least back then, I haven't heard of much of Anderson .Paak. Even his Malibu album, even after that, very few people knew about him. So for him to like be able to go with a legit superstar to make Silk Sonic and to like do this style of like music is so cool. And again, the rest of Silk Sonic's discography is really really good. I don't know if they're still active as like a duo still to this day. I think they stopped a couple of years back, like 2 or 3 years back. And I think a lot of their focus now is on like Anson Pack's focus now is on the No Worries side of things. But when they had Silk Sonic, they were kind of big. Their songs were everywhere. So I think you might also recognize their other songs. There was one that was really really popular. I think it was "Leave the Door Open." That one was also really really good. I'm not gonna play it, but if you should listen to it. Smoking Out the Window was apparently very, very popular, though I heard more Leave the Door Open than Smoking Out the Window, so who really knows? But yeah, post a photo of your food in the Discord, please, of the empty plate. Well, before you eat it, that's the point of I'm trying to train you guys to form like an actual Instagram food blogger. I'm trying to give you guys experience to be a food blogger so you can then go make money. You forgot. Don't worry. It's okay, child. It's okay, my children, to forget. Next time you do, though, you don't get to eat for like a week. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, we're going to move on to a weird segment. That's actually a part of this Just Chatting segment. So we're still within the Just Chatting segment. We're not leaving it. It's just more of the same, and I don't really know how to explain this one. I just know that this one's going to be weird. The reason why I did that whole song is to set the mood for what we're going to be doing. We're going to be taking a purity test, and I want all of you to take this at the same time, okay? So hopefully we got to it before most chatters go to sleep, because I think it's getting late for most of you. We're going to do this test together as a whole, and we're going to see how pure all of us are, okay? And again, I know this is a weird topic, but I found this, and I was like, we have to do this, because it sounds, it's just strange. Can you post an image of what it looks like on their website? Yes, you can. You're absolutely allowed to. Just try not to dox yourself. Just whatever you do, try to do it in a way that doesn't dox you. Yeah. You know what? Don't even link to it. Just post a screenshot of it. That way, all information is lost. This website, it looks like shit. So I'm sorry for what you're going to see. It looks bad either way. So just flashbang warning. You're gonna get a flashbang warning. Okay. 3. Wait. What? Huh? Wait, how come it doesn't? Wait, sorry. 3. So, flashbang! This is the rice purity test. So, I don't know how to say this. So, rice, it's not in reference to rice or like Asians or something. Rice is a university. So, there's a university called Rice University. I don't know why it's called that. I'm assuming there's like a huge history behind it. It's in Houston, Texas, and they made this almost like parody test. A purity test is defined by trying to figure out the test, how good of a person you are by some weird metric of, okay, do you abide by almost like very classical puritanical standards. Hey chat, welcome back. Long time no see. You just want to live in a world where I stream World of Myth every single day. Don't worry, we're actually working our way backwards in the games. We'll get there eventually. Listen, I was watching Matara-kan last night, and she was like, "Remember when I said we would finish Vampire the Masquerade in 2023?" And I said that last year, and now she's gonna finish it in like 2025. It's like, I feel you. You know what I mean? Like the truth is, streaming, there's so many different things that go on. But I also miss that game a lot. I also found actually a couple of mods that may help our experience. So we're gonna see how it works. I'm just trying to figure out like how I want to figure out how to because I want to integrate all of you into the experience more, right? I want to get more of the co-op experience. We have a very good co-op experience in Kenshi. But that game is too complicated to give you action. But in Wildermyth, I want to give you more control, so I'm going to see how to make it work. We'll just that's why it takes time to come back to. But we're slowly working backwards in our list of games, so we'll get there eventually. But nice to see you again. This looks more like how Virgin are you tests. So it is technically. I mean, so the history of these tests is like fascinating. Okay. A lot of places used to do these as a test back then. They're not actually legal or anything, but many people were like found to have been administering these like tests in various different places, whether it's workplace or schools and stuff. And the idea is to try and like weed out the undesirables, the whores almost, And it's fascinating to see because while this is a parody of what you see on these tests, this was done in some circles out there. And so we're gonna take it together to see how much of a slut I am. Okay, and because there's nothing wrong with that. This is not a bucket list. Completion of all items on this list will likely result in a death. Huh. Yeah, it only tests your pureness IRL. You probably would get like 100. Like 100 what? Anti-pureness or like pureness? The purity test has historically served as a segue from O week to true college life at Rice. O week is I think orientation week. Yeah, it's a voluntary opportunity for O week groups to bond and for students to track the maturation of their experiences throughout college. Because if you go to college, apparently you must have sex. Click on every item you have done. MPS stands for member of the preferred sex. So we're gonna do this together. I click the link in the pinned message, and we're gonna compare scores at the end. Okay, don't tell your scores until I tell you to. Yay! Finally, a test I can top. I can finally pass something. Look, mom, I passed a test. Look. Sounds like a challenge. The challenge is how pure are you? Okay, I'm a pure soul. Have I ever held hands romantically? Dirty, disgusting. Have I ever been on a date? Yes, absolutely awful. Have I been in a relationship? I should ask my wife. Have I danced without leaving room for Jesus? I don't know what this means. You know what this reminds me of? This is a very... I don't know if I should show this one, actually. I don't know. Jesus dance. The Jesus dance meme. God. Well, there's a bunch of these. There's one that I really want to show you all, but I don't think I can because it's almost like awful for me to play this one. Shit. No. Okay. No. Yeah. I definitely can't play this. I'm like listening to it now. They say too many things. I can't play this one. But you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna link it in chat, and you're all gonna listen to it yourself. Okay. I just want to say that they did. It was a bold move for them to do this. It's a very bold move for them to do this. I'm gonna link it inside chat. This is the danger zone. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to double tap it. Just watch it with headphones on. Watch it with headphones on. You need your headphones. But play that in the background. The VOD viewers, I think you know what I'm talking about. But I have danced without leaving room for Jesus many times. I think breakdancing is a form of satanic ritual. But also because breakdancing is apparently, I mean, breakdancing comes from a long tradition of hip hop, which comes from living things. Kiss a non-family member. Ew, you've held hands romantically? Disgusting. Guess what, Chad? I've also kissed a non-family member. On the lips, even. I've even kissed them on lips. I've kissed them on the forehead, on the cheeks, to the lips. French kissed? Yes. French kissed in public? Yes. I think once. Or twice. Disgusting. Disgusting. Kissed on the neck? Yes. Kissed horizontally. What the hell is kissed horizontally? What does that mean? Kissing horizontally. Kissing horizontally. We need an example. Oh, it's like when your head is like, it's like when your heads are like forming like an X shape. Diagonally. Yeah, exactly. Diagonally. Have I given or received a hickey? Yes. Kissed or been kissed on the breast? Yes. Kissed someone below the belt? Yes. Kiss a non-family member. Do mothers and grandmothers' friends count? Ooh, that's true. As like a greeting, right? Like if you do like a greeting, I guess the answer would depend, right? Because like if say you're in Spain and you do the like the like kiss on the cheek hello thing, right? The like tut tut like woohoo, you know what I mean? Like, is that technically kissing? If so, then yeah. On a bed, yes, and also you should speak to a psychiatrist, a therapist, and go to the police. Kiss unless you wanted to and they were hot, in which case I don't really know what. Listen, I'm just saying. I hope that you were of age. Don't tell me anymore. Please don't tell me anymore. I'm gonna have to call the police. Kiss for more than 2 hours consecutively. I think you would die. I don't think I've never done this, but I've also never wanted to do this because I think you would die from lack of oxygen. Play the game involving stripping? No. Seen or being seen by another person in a sensual context. What does it mean by sensual and by being seen? Oh, you know what? I know exactly what it is. Wait. I know exactly what it is. I know exactly what it is. furryawakening.png. Let's save this as furryawakening.png. Oh, you meant about horizontal kissing, not that you kissed them on the bed. Okay, sorry. Yeah. I was like, I don't know about this one. I think we gotta. I think we need to talk about this one. Anyways, so fair warning, 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 warning. This was probably your sexual awakening if you're a furry. If you were a furry, this was your jam. Okay, when they mean seeing someone sensually, they mean this. They mean this. It's the eyes, okay? It's the eyes that really make it. You see the eyes, you know what you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. It's the fox from Zoot. It's the it's the fox from Zootopia. He's so popular in Japan. Wait, actually, like how popular? There's no way that the fox guy is like popular. Is it to the point where they have like like giant like statues of him? Anyways, yeah, we could do the fox as well. So we'll also do the fox. So Nick Wilde. Here we go. Furry Awakening 2. So the Nollar image is Furry Awakening 1. This is Furry Awakening 2.png. So basically, it's like either of these. He has a whole section in Disney stories. That's actually wild. I would never have expected that. Wait, and so you got me you got me a fake boob, but you didn't get me Nick Wilde. His name is Nick Wilde, or Nick Fox or something. And you didn't get you know I'm a furry. How dare you not give me the goods? Judy too. Nick is hot. Judy too. You guys ever see that comic? You guys ever see that comic involving where it's like she gets pregnant and then he's like, hey, can you not be pregnant? Or like, and it's a very very specific comic that's about a Christian person who's trying to like put it's a very specific value thing that they're trying to like push, right? But Judy gets pregnant. She doesn't want the baby because obviously like it's kind of hard. And also like, what was a fox and a rabbit baby going to look like? And then Nick is like, no, I want the child. Then Judy slaps him and then he like leaves to eat like Popeyes or like something. I don't know. But yeah, if you ever seen that comic, that's basically what's like happening here. It's basically you, chat. Anyways, I think yes. Seen or being seen by another person. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Imagine these two are in bed. Imagine you walk in, and Nick is cheating on Judy, right, with Nala, and they're like, oh yeah, and then you like see them. Imagine you see this, right, and then you walk into the room, and you're like. It's like in Beastars. It's like in Beastars! Yeah! It's like in Beastars, yeah! Exactly. It's like in Beastars. I don't think I've ever been seen by somebody in a sensual context. No, I have. By accident. I actually remember this by accident. It was with it was with an ex-girlfriend, like a long, long time ago. And her sister was in the room. And we were all of like the same age. So like within the same age like bracket. But she's like, we started getting frisky, and then like we were trying to hide it from her because we were on the bed. She was on the floor like watching like a show or something, and then she was like, "Why is there so much motion?" So she looked back and she's like, "Oh," and I was like, "Yeah, this is awkward." Okay, so we get that shish kebab without a sauce. Wait, you had the shish kebab without a sauce, chat? That's actually so sad. But that shish kebab looks so good though. But you had no sauce. What happened to like the garlic, the tzatziki, like anything? Have you ever masturbated? Yeah. Masturbate to a picture or a video? Yeah. Masturbate while someone else was in the room? No. That'd be weird. Being caught masturbating? Yeah. You made your own. Oh. To be fair, if you can make a shish kebab like that, I think you're onto something. I think you're good at this. Masturbate with an inanimate object. So have you used toys? No. Have I seen or read pornographic material? I have read Twilight, yeah. Massaged or been massaged sensually, yeah. Gone through the motions of intercourse while fully dressed, sure. No, isn't. You made your own sauce. Chat, man mayo is not a sauce. You can't just say that man mayo is not a sauce. It's a sauce. Jesus, I don't have a grill. Okay, well, sorry. I didn't know that you don't have a grill. Holy shit. That's a store. Yo, they actually have a whole section to it. Oh my god. Thank you, mod. Our mod sent this over. Oh my god, there's so many things. What is this? Holy shit. You can even get the same hat as him. I swear he wears like a hat like this, no? In like one scene when they're trying to find somebody in like a jungle. The like tiger. There's even paintings. There's even pictures of him and Judy. Wow. Okay, this looks like a shit post in the making. There's something about this that feels like a shit post. Just a rows of like the fox. POV. You walk into a Disney girl's room. What? And then you see this. What do you do? You walk into a Disney girl's room and then you see this. What do you do? A Disney woman's room. A Disney adult. You guys ever hear the term a Disney adult? Actually, our mod is a Disney adult. I just want to make I want to make that known. Our mod is a stereotypical Disney adult. You POV. You walk into a Disney adult's room and you see this. Do you leave or do you stay for coffee? This is defamation. Don't worry, mod. We're just joking around, right? Yeah, totally. This is cool. I actually didn't think they would have all of this. An umbrella. Imagine. Okay, you're outside. You open your umbrella. You're downtown. You're going to work in your fancy office, right? You work as a major financial broker, and like you handle money trades between nations. All right, you're the reason the Canadian economy even exists. It starts to rain. You pull out your umbrella. Nick is there to save you. Beautiful. I also love how it's so weirdly deformed. Like this looks like a shitpost the way it's deformed. The umbrella is actually so nice. Did you buy it? Did you buy it? Do you have it? He's smirking on the inside. Like the bottom of it. Like so when you look up from inside, you see him smirking. That's actually funny. That's actually good. No matter where you are, when you look up and the skies are looking gray, against that gray sky is Nick smiling at you. That's so good. Oh man. Use Greek yogurt. Oh nice. Wait, with like flavorings, right? You added more flavorings, right? Yeah, this is sick. I wouldn't buy this, but actually I would buy the umbrella now that I know that even the inside has a I thought it was just on the outside. If it's on the inside too, I would like a pick me up if it's raining. Undressed or being undressed by a member of a preferred sex. So if you're straight, it's a woman or a dude, opposite gender. No, just Greek yogurt. You're crazy like that. That is crazy because like while I enjoy Greek yogurt, right? I do think the flavor is like very, very I don't know, like mild compared to what I want from a sauce. Like when I'm craving like a sauce, I don't know why, but my mind jumps to savory, like very strong. It may just be my like, very demolished Americanized taste buds, right? But yeah, I've been both of these. Undressed by thing. The shish kebab is already really flavored. Oh, that's a good point. That's a very good point. I didn't think about that. Yeah, in that case, then you're right. Because then it's like a nice balance. It's almost like a nice whole, like a nice moment of like calm. That's actually kind of good actually. Because then you will get the creaminess of the yogurt plus the flavor bomb of the shish kebab in between the bites. That's actually nice. Fondled or had your butt cheeks fondled? My wife loves my ass. She actually can't stop playing with my ass. It's so funny because I'll just be lying there. I'm trying to like have my day. And she's like, you have nice butt cheeks. And she just starts playing with it. And I'm like, please, honey, I need to turn over. My balls are hurting. Had my breasts fondled? No. Had my genitals fondled? Sure. Had or given blue balls? Yes. Had an orgasm due to someone else's manipulation? Yes. Sent a sexually explicit text or instant message? Yes. Sent or received sexually explicit photographs? Yes, yes, yes. Engaged in sexual explicit activity over video chat? No. Cheated? No. Purchased contraceptives? Yes. Oral sex? Received and gave? Yeah, sure. Ingested someone else's genital secretions? I don't think you can't. I think if you give oral, you're going to ingest them no matter what. Right? Use a sex toy with a partner? No. Spent the night with a MPS? Yes. I'm married. Been walked in while engaging on a sexual act? Multiple times now, actually. Multiple times. So what's the difference between being walked in and seen? I guess sensual is different from sexual. In which case, this would still be yes, because of... I'm not going to talk about it. But this one... My wife and I do not want roommates. It's very weird. Kick their roommate out to commit a sexual act. Yes. Ingested alcohol in a non-religious cause. You've been drinking? Play the drinking game. Okay, listen, beer pong is a great game though. Beer pong, there is nothing sexual about it. It's just fun to dunk your balls in someone else's cup. Oh my god. That's so good. Why didn't you buy it? Maud, why didn't you buy the umbrella? Maud, you had to buy the umbrella. This is amazing. When it's like a gray day outside, you see Nick Fox. You just look up and it's like happiness. You're surrounded by happiness. I'm surprised that this isn't like a full bubble where it surrounds your entire body, right? Ring of Fire is a great drinking game. What's that? Ring of Fire. Ring of Fire is a tectonic belt of volcanoes. No, drinking game. The Ring of Fire. Ring of Fire rules by Cosmopolitan. What are the rules for the Ring of Fire? We had to drop a chart of the best drinking game to ever exist in the history of humanity. It's going to probably be high on the list. It appears on Netflix's. Okay, what's this? I've never seen this actually. It's a classic. Plus, unlike games such as beer pong, there's little equipment or prep needed. Oh. Okay, well, what is it? A tall glass is put in the middle of the table and surrounded by the playing cards facing down in a big circle. This becomes a Ring of Fire. Players take it in turns to draw a card from the deck, taking care not to break the circle, making sure every card touches at least one other that's left in the circle. What? Oh, so the cards, not the... There's no cups, right? If you break the circle, you have to drink. Oh. For every card you draw, there's a specific rule. Oh, and then depending on the number you do your thing. Okay, but there's 52 cards, right? If every card is like a drink thing, you need to play this with at least like 12 people, I think. If you play this in like a group of 4 people, none of you are gonna be able to like walk home. Like you're all gonna be passed out. Because every single one of these feels like drink. And then you break the circle, drink. This is hard. I kind of want to try this now. It does seem fun. Being drunk, yes. Fake sobriety, oh, many times. I've gotten away with it sometimes, but not always. Had severe memory loss due to alcohol, never. I was scared of damage. Used tobacco, once. Marijuana, sure. Is a drug stronger than marijuana? No. You're in uni with 5 to 10 people. Yeah, that's a good number, right? If you do it with like 4 people, because usually my gatherings are max like... Not like max 4, but usually like... Because everyone has like a different work schedule and everyone's like split. We usually do like different group hangouts of like 4 people at like a time. 4 to 5. That game would probably hammer us. Use meth, crack, PCP, horse shank, or heroin? No. Have I been sent to the office of a principal, dean? I've been in many fights. Have I been suspended? Yes. Urinated in public? Only if I had to. Which was like very, very rare, but it had to happen. Gone skinny dipping? No. That feels like... It is weird that skinny dipping is kind of weird, right? Because the only thing about it is that you're naked. But either way, the water is like touching your skin no matter what you do. Unless you wear like a wetsuit. So you're already kind of skinny dipping, but you're just not naked. But no. Gone streaking? No. Seen a stripper? No. Had the police called on you? Yes. Have I ran for the police? Yes. Had the police questioned you? Yes. Had they handcuffed me? They couldn't catch me. Have I been arrested? No. Been convicted? No. Felony? No. Act of vandalism? By accident. Most of the time by accident. Like we play soccer, we kick the ball too hard, it smashes in someone's window. It's my bad. Such an inquiries? Yes. 3 or more times? Yes. Question mark. Sure. What was that? What does that mean? Question mark. Had 10 or more times? No. What? I'm not a stallion. What the fuck? In 4 or more positions? Yeah. With a stranger or a person you met within 24 hours? No. I'm actually not a hookup person. In a vehicle? No. Outdoors? No. In public? No. Swimming pool or hot tub? No. That's like sand. Yeah, I don't like sand. It gets everywhere. In a bed not belonging to you or your partner? Yes. Well, you or your partner were in the same home? Yes. With non-participating third party in the same group? No. Because we kicked them out. Join the Mile High Club. Do you have sex in an airplane? No. Participate in a booty call with a partner whom you were not in a relationship with? No. Travel 100 or more miles for the primary purpose of sexual? No. Chan, I can barely leave the room. There was one time, actually. I was supposed to go on a date. And then I was like, but then I woke up and I was feeling lazy to go on the bus, so I canceled it. They were really mad at me. And I was like, listen, I'm sorry, but... And then they like never talked to me again. And I'm like, yeah, it's understandable, but I'm not really down for this. With a partner with a 3 or more year age difference? No. I think the most I've ever gone is like a 2-year. My wife is one of my ex-girlfriends was 2 years older. Had such an intercourse with a virgin? Yes, we were both. Without a condom, yes. STI test due to reasonable suspicion? No. Nor have I had this. I just did it anyways at some point, just to be safe. Had a threesome? No. Attended an orgy? No. Those don't feel appealing to me. Had two or more distinct acts of sexual intercourse with two or more people within 24 hours. What? What does that mean? So, okay, wait, sorry. Give me 1 second. I need to answer some messages. Okay, I'm back. You know that I'm gonna check off that last one. Engaged in bestiality. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Listen, just because I show Nala, okay, just because I show Nala from Lion King and Nick Fox from Zootopia doesn't mean that I've ever done it with a real animal. Okay, it's all fantasy. It's in my head. In my head, I see Nala there. I guess with two different people, sex in the same day. No, I've only ever had like one partner ever at like a time. I'm a very monogamous kind of person. Had sexual intercourse with 5 or more partners at the same time or different partners? Yes. No. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to answer this as honestly as I can. Have I had 5 or more partners? Yeah. No. 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 Be photographed or filmed during sexual intercourse? No. Had period sex? I think close to. Well, yeah, basically. Had anal sex? No. That shit hurts. I'm pretty sure it like hurts because and also I've heard you need prep. Had a pregnancy scare? Yes. Impregnated someone or been impregnated? No. Paid or being paid for a sexual act? No. Opinion act of voyeurism, incest, or bestiality? Okay, calculate my score. 43. What's your score, chat? I'm a good 43 on this test. Let's see how depraved all of you are, okay? Now you get to post your scores, all right? Again, don't say which questions you answered. Posting your score this is nice because your score is just a generic standard that doesn't care about the questions that you like answered. 55. See, you're close. Okay, so how do you get like 100? Is it closer to 100? Is that more pure? Let me see. If I answered nothing. Okay, so if the closer to 100 you are, the more pure you are. The closer to 0, the more... I'm depraved. I'm actually depraved. 55, 56, 88? I don't believe that. Though, to be fair, the freakiest people are the most mild-mannered and, like, pure and, like, uwu ever, right? Because they'll say the craziest shit, and then when you talk to them, they, like, stumble, and they go, okay, I'm gonna go home now, bye. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, because it only counts if you did it IRL. Exactly. Yeah. You virgins. That's good. That's actually cool. Okay. Now, again, these tests don't actually, like, matter, right? Because these tests don't actually say anything. Basically, this whole test was made as a parody of, like, the actual, like, purity test because people, like, used to give these out as, like, fun toy things, but also, like, some people were even convicted of giving these out. There was a teacher who was on record of being convicted of giving this to the students, too, to, like, almost shame them for it, right? It's fascinating to sort of see this as well because, like, the idea of purity, it's very odd. It's a lot of this is like very human stuff, except for the bottom. But even then, some people have some really fascinating lives that it changes. So, hey, some people have 20 partners, some people have like 4. That's like fine. It's a very 95 here, guys. We just found Jesus. We just found like the second coming of like Jesus. Welcome, welcome, the most pure of us all, chat member. That's impressive, actually. Also, I need to actually do this. Was having second thoughts if you should share or not. So the nice part is that you don't have to, right? But even if you do, it doesn't say anything otherwise about who you are, right? Again, it doesn't matter whether you're pure or you're not. What matters is that you're you, right? The idea of purity and the idea of like, oh, it should be some standard that you there is no standard. You live your life by your own terms and you'll get there, right? And if you don't, it's fine because that's what you like. You know what I mean? Like it's a your life is not just these moments. It's the amalgamation of everything that you go through in a life. So it's funny that these tests were ever taken seriously because honestly, they have no bearing on your life. It's really just a non-important part of your life that just people assign scores to almost be like, oh, like Judith is such a slut, or like or like Jimmy really gets out there. Like God, he's such a whore, right? But like it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Unless you got a 0, then it says a lot. Yeah, I mean, if you get a 0, then you for sure done these, and I think we need to call the police. But other than that, you know what I mean? Like it's you know what I mean? The truth is, like, there's no real standard, and also, like, again, this whole test is more of a joke. So, what can you really do? It's just a joke. But it is funny to see that people used to care about the stuff a lot. Nowadays, not at all. So, but thank you for taking the test with me, Chad. Again, don't feel bad about your score or anything. Your score doesn't matter. Just living your life and being who you are and true to yourself is the most important part, right? And as long as you don't come at somebody first and they come at you first, I think you're okay to do whatever you do. Most of those are legal in many places. True. Many places. Places we will never go to. I'm going to play you one more song before we go into the next game, because we're going to be playing a game now. This is a very fascinating song that I think many of you will enjoy, but it's also going to be very rare for many of you to hear. This song comes from a movie, actually. A movie that kind of bombed. I don't know why it bombed. It's actually fascinating to hear the story of how it bombed. In my mind, it's one of their better movies, but it bombed because many different reasons. But they really didn't enjoy what was going on. I don't know why, too, because I think the movie is fantastic. But it was hard at that time for the company that made the movie because of how this scene was. And I'll get into it after we play the song. Just know that I think the movie was very underrated, both from a storytelling perspective. I mean, because it was based on a real life, like it was based on a book. It was just a retelling of it in a very different scenario, as well as from a visual and an audio perspective. I think musically, the movie was great, if very discordant, and I'll tell you why after we listen to the song. And I also think that it was a fantastic retelling of the story in a way that felt good. This is a song called "I'm Still There" by John Resnick, of apparently the Goo Goo Dolls, for a movie called Treasure Planet. Please enjoy. To those of you who guessed Treasure Planet, well, not really guess because I said it. Yes, it was from Treasure Planet. I wanted to play the song because we're actually going to be going into a space game right after this. And I thought it was fitting because I think Treasure Planet was a very maligned movie. Again, it wasn't their best hits. It's a bit like the Atlantis movie. It wasn't their best hits. But sometimes you get scenes that are kind of banger in the entire movie. And in general, I think it was a great retelling of the Treasure Island story. And this idea of a person who is very, very capable, very smart, but also abandoned by the world, right? Again, this song specifically was played, I think, around, well, the message around it is this idea of like he was abandoned by his father. His father just kind of up and left. So it's somebody that just was left alone, and he's sort of questioning, why is he here? Why is he in this place? What is he going to do? He finally finds his like purpose, being somebody who's been sort of thrust into the position of knowing a secret about a giant treasure planet. Like quite literally, it follows that trope of like destined to destiny. And yet he carries it well, because even if you gave that responsibility to any average person, they wouldn't have been able to do nearly half as much as what he did. And so it was sort of him growing in confidence over the movie to go from this like very, very quiet to meek and sort of lonely, withdrawn person who didn't really have much hope for life into somebody who was able and capable of taking life into their own hands to live in a deterministic manner. It's a fantastic movie in that regard, and again, it's a retelling of the Treasure Island story. However, it bombed. It bombed in the box office, really, really bad. Actually, apparently, it's one of Disney's worst movies because of many different reasons, and it obviously is not as good as the great classics like Lion King or Mulan and like stuff. But also, I think it's a great movie because of what they did with it. Right? I just think they failed in many different ways. Yeah, well, it's so bad because they didn't care and didn't advertise it at all. But not that they didn't advertise it at all, but the competition around this time was very, very furious. Yeah, and they were moving to 3D. Yeah, exactly. Like everybody was moving to 3D around then. So it's like, I'm pretty sure, I feel like this movie released around the same time as Shrek. Treasure Planet release date. I'm pretty sure this released around the same time as Shrek. Shrek release date. When was Shrek released? God. Yeah, 2001 was when Shrek came out. So, and that movie made bonkers monies. Like Shrek became kind of a household name like just the year before. So, Treasure Planet was unfortunately in the space where Disney kind of didn't want to give too much attention to it, and also like consumer interest was moving on from these 2D sort of musical takes on films. They wanted to see more interesting, almost like comedy stuff around this time. Around this time, action comedy was very big. This was like the era of Rush Hour, Shrek, stuff like that. That really started to make a huge splash. I mean, Shanghai Nights even was like made in response to all of this, like taste sort of changing. It's sad. Again, I think Treasure Planet and Atlantis are very capable movies. I think they stand very, very well. And I think pieces of their writing are like very, very interesting and like funny and like good. It's just very hard to sell that kind of movie around that time when everything was shifting towards a much more bombastic series of movies that was less about, like very, very deep character-based stories. Even Shrek, for instance, it's like 99% comedy, but it does have a lot of like character-based development in its whole storyline. I mean, literally the entire movie is Shrek becoming less of an asshole and realizing that, he has a place in the world and that, he can find love. He's not just an ogre. So, but it's like 99% comedy. It's a very interesting space to be in. So if you make movies like this, I guess you just get shafted in general. But that movie stays. Treasure Planet and Atlantis and stuff has a good place in my heart because it sort of that whole era of like movie, that whole era of like Disney style of like slower, more methodical, like animated, hand animated movies stays in my brain. And again, I think that song is fantastic for what it's trying to convey. However, what's funny is that the rest of the OSC for the movie, I'm not even kidding you, just sounds completely different. So one thing that they mentioned is that I think is correct. The song that you heard is so different from the rest of the movie. Always Know Where You Are and this, I think, are the only two songs in that style. Everything else is like a sea shanty. I'm not even kidding you. Everything else sounds like your stereotypical pirate song, and it's so funny to me that they just failed to keep everything in the same sort of realm of style. So it was jarring to hear it. It's just years later I've come to appreciate the song for the meaning that it was trying to convey. But I also recognize that as a whole piece, the soundtrack, it was a very disjointed soundtrack. Like I mentioned before I played the song, it seemed like they were really struggling. And even the writers mentioned this apparently, where they really struggled to translate the idea of Treasure Island, the pirate book about going to find treasure, into a sci-fi movie that has more modern takes on like things. And then this is sort of the result of that is you get a rock song into like spliced in with other like piratey shanty sort of songs. It just feels strange. You learn about the movie from the PS1 game. What? PS1 game. PS1 Treasure Planet. Also, Chad said also a very good thing about the rice purity test that we just did. Yes, you can infer people's answers by whether or not they're at the very top or at the very bottom of the score. Again, there's like while you can infer it, it's also kind of interesting to sort of note that like even then the score still doesn't really matter no matter what you can infer. But you're correct in that it's sort of the reality that like every single test has a flaw that if you're at the very top or at the very bottom, it's very easy to know like where you stand because you probably answered most of these like roughly in some way. Treasure Planet PS1 gameplay, long play by Much Games. Long play. What? 100% long play. This game is like 3 hours long. Ah! You're so lucky you didn't hear that. My ears are dead. Holy shit. I need to apply a eliminator to my headphones. Oh, my ears. Jesus Christ. Limit at 0. No, limit at like -4 for me. I don't want to have my ears blown. Limit at -30. Okay, that really saves my ears now. -30 saves my ears. How about -4? Yeah. Okay, maybe I need to lower my headphone volume too. Back to -28. -32. And then -4. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's good. Okay, it's good. Well, and then just do it at 12. Fuck it. I'm just watching this. Okay, chat. The long play of this I can't show you because it's somebody else's channel. But if you want to watch it, here's Much Games. I don't condone anything that they do. I don't know them. I just found this random video. This game is over in 3 hours. I'm sorry that you had to play this. You chatter, this one chatter specifically, it seems like you had the worst games from your childhood. But they're so fascinatingly weird. Actually, you want to know something cool before we move on to the space game? The Game Boy Advance. I learned this last night. I was watching. That's why I'm tired today. Actually, I was watching most of my Oshis. There was a extension to the Game Boy Advance called Game Boy Video, Advance Video, where you could get a cartridge for your Game Boy Advance to watch movies and videos. So you could buy a movie to watch on your Game Boy Advance, which is crazy. Chat, Shrek 1. You can watch Shrek 1 and 2 on your Game Boy Advance, which is insane to me. You could watch the entire... Shrek was everywhere, okay? And you know Shrek was everywhere because they released a Shrek movie cartridge for your Game Boy Advance. You could be... I don't even think the Game Boy Advance had battery for like 1 whole hour of like playing consistently. I think that thing died very, very often. At least mine did. So you'd have to watch this movie in parts, but you could pause the movie because it's a Game Boy and just watch it again. That's so sick to me. You could watch Ed, Edd and Eddy, Johnny Bravo. You can even watch Dexter's Laboratory. There's one episode, actually. There's one episode of SpongeBob. The Pizza Delivery, where they're on the like, giant rock. I don't know why they have one episode of SpongeBob on this, but they also have one episode of Fairly Odd Parents. It's strange. Oh, sorry, well, 3. Sorry, there's like more down there. You get stuff like Courage the Cowardly Dog, Codename Next Door. Kind of intense, actually. The Proud Family. So yeah, if you ever want to go watch Yu-Gi-Oh, be sure to watch it on your Game Boy Advance and load it up because we're going in the space right now. You remember it being fun. No idea if you would say the same thing now, but still, you should replay it maybe. No, chat. Don't do that to yourself. Live with the nostalgia. The old games never get better. They don't age like fine wine. They age like a steak that you left outside for way too long, and now it's like mostly desiccated and like it's basically dirt at this point. Basically dirt. Give me a moment to set things up for the next game. Just leave you alone with nothing left. But chat, it's time for me to go. I'm tired. Tomorrow, as I mentioned, is a collab day. Sag. Don't worry, chat. Actually, what's interesting is that after tomorrow, I'll have more streaming time. Again, I'm just leaving early today because I want to get some things done. So instead of 8 hours of streams or 9 hours, it's 6 hours. But I'm gonna be done everything by tonight. So I'm promising you that by tonight, all these little preparation things that I've been doing are finally done, and we can get to like real progress on my content. So it's good. Twerkeries, Amogus. I wish this thing showed. I need to fix this too eventually, but that's why I need time. When I have this time, I'll be able to fix all these little small things that have been annoying, like the chat not showing fully. There'll be TTS next time we stream as well. Not for tomorrow, probably, because I'm going to disable it for tomorrow for obvious reasons. But there'll be a lot more features coming to the stream in general. So it's going to be a lot more fun for you and for all of us. So thank you all. Hope you enjoy the boobies. Well, listen, sorry, but you don't get to see boobs on the iPad. It doesn't work. But thanks for showing up today. Appreciate all of you. Again, there's no pressure for anything. If you don't want to follow or sub, I actually don't care. Again, I need to remind everybody, there's no pressure. You're free to live your life and just go if you don't want to enjoy this like content, right? I make it very clear because I don't want people to feel obligated. If you keep coming back, there's something wrong with you. Just like there's something wrong with me. For some reason, you enjoy this content. And I don't know why. So enjoy your poggies. Mod, why did you type poggies? And yeah, just enjoy what's going on here. Again, tomorrow, 5 p.m. UTC sharp is collab time. Rabbit and Steel with Noggy, Hebesaurus, and Grumpy Megane. I'm a bad collab planner, so I didn't even give us time to hang out before the collab. So I'm sorry. I'm going to say sorry to them and say I'm sorry for just pushing you all into a social situation out of nowhere. So let's see how this goes, guys. Good night. Have a good night. Enjoy your day. We'll continue more tomorrow. And if the collab ends early, we'll have other things to do because I think they can only play for 2 or 3 hours at most. We'll do sandbox stuff after tomorrow. Oh man. Hopefully you enjoyed the closed caption stuff as well. It doesn't really work that too well depending on what I say, so we'll see if I can keep it for long term. But performance-wise, it's great. So hopefully that helps with accessibility for people who can't really type things very or like listen in like a loud space. So it's good. Bye everyone.